chapter number 7, cube and cube root. So in this chapter we have to find the cube and cube root by prime factorization method and by estimate method. So firstly, just some theory about the cube root. So in the previous chapter we had find the square and the square root, and finding square, for finding square we had multiplied a number with itself. So the total multiplication of number is 2 times. Here 4 is written here, which is equal to square of 2, that means 2 times 2. And if we finding the square root, we have to put the square root on. Now there is only one pair, that's why it is comes out of the square root, and we get 4, which is a square root of 4. So in a square root we are taking a number, or the pair of a number is made by 2 times of a particular number. So when a number is repeated 2 times, it will make a square root. Now in the cube root we have to write 3 here, because in cube length into width into height is counting. So 2 cube is equal to 8, which is equal to 3 times of cube, and when we finding a cube root of 8, we have to put the cube root, and there is a repetition of 2 3 times. When we are finding a cube root, we have the number will be make a pair when it is repeated 3 times. So 3 numbers will make a pair, so there is only one pair, so it will be comes out from the cube root, and we get 2, which is a cube root of 8. And there is a symbol which is donated by like this. Cube root is donated by like this, okay, and square root is normally denoted by like that. We do not have to write here 2. If we are writing, it is also correct. If we are not writing, it is also correct. So this is the cube root and this is square root. Now I think the basic is clear. It is quite similar like square root. In square there is only pair which is made by 2 numbers, and in cube root there is a number which there is a pair which is made by 3 numbers. And when a number is multiplied 3 times of it, it will make a cube, and when a number multiplied with itself 2 times, so it will make a square. So that's all the theory, and now we are going to start exercise 7. So the first question of exercise 7.1 is, which of the following number is not a cube? So in this question some numbers are given which is a perfect cube or not, we have to find. So the first number is 216. By prime factorization we have to find all the factors of the given number. So 216, the prime factorization, after 2 divide 216 we get 104, again 2 divide 108 we get 54, again 27 we get after dividing 54 by 2. Now 27 will be divided by 3, we get 9, then 3, then 1. So here 216, all the factors of 216 is 2 into 2 into 3, 3 into 3, 2 into 2 into 2, now 3 into 3 into 3. That means here is a pair of 2 which is 3 times, and here is a pair of 3 which is 3 times. So if here 2 is repeated 3 times and 3 is repeated 3 times, if a number have a prime factors 3 times, so that particular number can be a cube of a particular number, or we can find the cube root of that number which is given in the question. So here 2 and 3 both have 3 times repetition. So each prime factor is appears 3 times, hence it is a perfect cube. It is a perfect cube. We have to find which is not a perfect cube. So the second one is 128. Same process we have to follow here, same method we have to follow in second and so on all the questions. So second one is 128. So prime factorization of 128 will be 2, 6, So here we get 216 is equal to, sorry, 128 is equal to 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. Now one more 2. So 1 2 3 1 2 3 and 1. Here the repetition of 2 is 7 times, and it will make a two groups of 2 which is appearing 3 times. The pair of cube is 3 times. Here two groups we have, two pairs we have, but there is only one number which is 2 do not have any group. That's why it cannot be a perfect cube of any number. If a number leaving a number without making a pair, so that particular number cannot be a perfect cube. So that's all for the question number 1, and rest of the question, third, fourth, fifth, you have to do by yourself by the same method. So the next question is question number 2. Find the smallest number by which each of the following number must be multiplied to obtain a perfect cube. That means in the question number 2, whatever the numbers are given here, they are not a perfect cube of any number. So which number we have to multiply on it or with it, so make it a perfect cube. So firstly we have to find all the prime factors of a given number by prime factorization method. We get 242 is equal to 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3. That means 5 times 3 we get. And a cube root, there is a pair of 3 which is repeated 3 times, it will make a pair. But here is only 2 times 3 which do not have a pair of cube. Here 3 do not have its second pair. One pair is there but the second pair is incomplete. So 243 is not a perfect cube. Therefore one more 3 is required. If there is one more 3, that means it will be repeated 3 times here also and make a pair. So in that case, if we multiplied 243 by 3, so one more time division will be possible by 3. So we get 3 into 6 times 3 here, which can made a 2 groups. Hence the smallest whole number by which 243 should be multiplied to make a perfect cube is 3. Or we can say that by prime factorization method, the number whose pair is not there, that is the number by which we have to multiply the question to make it a perfect cube. So the next, all the numbers which is 256, 72, 675 and 100, they all are depends on the same method. You have to follow this method. Just find the prime factorization, find all the factors. That particular factor who do not have in the pair, that is the particular whole number by which we have to multiply the question to make it a perfect cube. So I think you understood this question and you will do by yourself the rest question of question number 2. So that's all for the question number 2. This is question number 3. In this question we have to find a whole number by which we have to divide the given questions to find the perfect cube. This question is quite similar like question number 2. 95% process is same. So in question number 2 we had multiplied that number who do not have pair. In this question we have to divide the question by that particular number who do not have its pair. So we are going to start the solution. First number is 81. By prime factorization we have to find the factors. We get 4 times 3. 3 times 3 will be make a pair, and here 3 is remaining. Here 3 do not have its second pair. One pair is there but the second is not completed. So 81 is not a perfect cube. if we divide 81 by 3, then it will become a perfect cube. If we divide 81 by 3, that means when we divide, it will become 27. Now we have only 27 to find the factors. So 3 times 3 will be get, which can be made a group. So it will become a perfect cube. Hence the smallest whole number by which 81 should be divided to make it a perfect cube is 3. So that's all the solution. All the numbers which is 128, 135, 192 and 704 is similar. In all the questions you have to find the factors of by prime factorization. That particular number who do not have its pair by that particular number, you have to divide your question and you get a new number which will be a perfect cube. So that particular number who do not have its pair, by that number you have to divide your question and that will be your answer. That number will be the smallest whole number by which you have to divide your question. So that's all for the solution of question number 3. So the next question is question number 4. Parikshit makes a cuboid of plasticine of sides 5 cm, 2 cm and 5 cm. How many such cuboids will he need to form a cube? So in this question, the sides of a cuboid is given, which is 5 cm, 2 cm and 5 cm. So the volume of a cuboid is length into breadth into height. So the volume of the side will become 5 cm, 2 cm and 5 cm. What is the volume of cuboid? Length into breadth into height, and it will form a cube. So because it is a 3-dimensional, so it will form a cube. So 5 into 2 into 5, this is the volume of that cuboid. As we can see here, there is only 1, 2 and 2 times 5. That means when we multiplying it, it will not become a perfect cube. So what we have to do here? Here 5 and 2 do not have their triplet. Triplet matlab repetition of a number 3 times. If we multiply the volume, if we put here 2 times 2, that means we have to make it completely 3 times. 1 time 2 is already there. We want 2 times 2 more. So if we multiply the volume by 2 times 2 and 1 times 5, that means 2 into 2 into 5, and the product of this number is equal to 20. Then the volume will become a perfect cube. Okay. So thus 5 into 2 into 5, which we have already there, the volume, and this numbers we want. So 2 into 2 into 5 to make the volume perfect cube. So we have to arrange here 3 times 2 and 3 times 5. It will make a perfect triplet and a perfect cube we will get after the multiplying this number. Now after the product of all these numbers is equal to 1000, which is a perfect cube. Hence number of cuboids are 20 of sides 5 cm, 2 cm and 5 cm are required to form a cube. So the number of cuboid are 20 we get here. And in this question, this is asked by the question that how many cuboids we have to add to form a cube. So we get the number of cuboid is equal to 20 because here the volume is not forming a triplet. So we have to make it the complete triplet of the particular number 2 and 5. We put here 2 times 2 and 1 times 5, which is equal to 20. So 20 more cubes we want for forming a 20 more cuboids we want to forming a perfect cube. So that's all the solution of the question number 4, and this is the end of the question exercise 7.1. From question 1 to 4 we had covered. And one more thing I want to tell you that from question 1, 2 and 3 there are many questions. I am not describing each and every, but I had described the method and the way of solving the question. So you have to solve the rest question by yourself, do the practice at home and find all the solution of the particular question. So tomorrow we will start exercise 7.2. That's all for today. Thank you.